Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds, starting with David Tamlin. What's up? It's that Michael Cassius. What it do? The Outwardly Philosophers. Papa Ari. What it do? Norman Fry. What's up? St. Louis is in the building. Connie Harge. Six-two Doyle. 6'2" Doyle. All right. 6'2" Doyle. Joshua Foley. Dublin, Ireland is in the building. Dublin checking in on the international tip in the spirit of the Olympics. Tyra Wilson. What's up, H-Town? Buckhorse DC checking in. Derek Mallory, Rob Soul Train. What it do? I'm going in, fam. Let me put a pic of Nelly up right quick. And that, boom. Family, let me tell y'all something right now. I'm getting sick and tired of them messing with rappers. I'm mad. I'm getting mad around here. I know what y'all thinking. Rappers is this and rappers is that. Some of y'all got a very low opinion of rappers. Like y'all ain't got a rapper living in the house with y'all. I wish I could see some of y'all faces right now because I know I called it. So we got a situation with Nelly, who was arrested in St. Louis of all places. You know, Nelly, that's home. You know, St. Louis is home. Nelly, one might say, can be credited with putting St. Louis on the map, especially when it comes to hip hop. So here's the story. Nelly was asked to show his ID to police, and his info was run for verification in accordance with Missouri Gaming Commission regulations. Police found Nelly had an active warrant for no insurance from a previous traffic stop conducted by Maryland Heights Police. Nelly was arrested for the active warrant, and he was searched. That's when 4 ecstasy pills were allegedly found in his person. And I say allegedly, fam, because the police do plant dope on people. But this is according to the Highway Patrol. They say they found some ecstasy pills. Nelly was booked for felony drug possession and on a warrant for no vehicle insurance. Okay. The update is the Missouri State Highway Patrol says the incident occurred at 4:45 a.m. Wednesday. The agency has a gaming division with troopers stationed at the Hollywood Casino in St. Charles. So that's what we have right now. That's what we have at the moment. Nelly was taken into custody at 4:45 a.m. and booked at the Maryland Heights Police Department. He has since been released. So here's the word. Here's the word. They say that Nelly was booked on an outstanding warrant. And then they searched him and found some ecstasy. A warrant for no insurance from a previous stop that was conducted by Maryland Heights Police. A warrant for no insurance. Come on, Nelly. I don't believe it. I'm giving Nelly the benefit of doubt. Man, I just don't be believing what the police say, man. These are the same people that be gunning us down and lying about it. I remember when I was little, I think I was about 10 years old. I'm watching television. We're watching the news. And the reporter says, police says, well, the officer says that the man pulled the gun. I mean, he thought the man had a gun, and that's when he pulled his weapon and he shot. This is going on when I was 10 years old, fam. This is all we come going all the way back to the 70s. So ain't nothing really changed. You just have the internet now to expose them. You got cameras everywhere and they're being exposed. So this has been going on. Anyway, me with my smart mouth, I said, how we know that's what happened? Fam, I'm 10 years old. I said, how we know that's what happened? My mama looked at me and said, mother, because they said it did. And there's a lot of us to this day still think that way, even with all of this information that we have on the internet and beyond, with all of the technology, with all of the proof that we have. There are a lot of us who still think that way. If they say it happened, well, it must have happened. How many videos you've seen where the police put out a little package and throw it in the back seat when they pull people over? It's online. They detain you out on the street and then they throw a little package on the ground. Happens all the time. I ain't saying there aren't situations where people are guilty of committing crimes or having drugs on them, but there are also many situations where the police plant drugs. I'm giving Nelly the benefit of the doubt. Nelly ain't never been caught up in none of this type of stuff as much as I know. He ain't never been caught up in nothing like this. I'm giving Nelly the benefit of the doubt. If they're saying that he did not have insurance, so he had a warrant for no insurance, I'm going to give him the benefit of doubt and say he had insurance and they made an error. That's right. I'm riding with Nelly all the way. I'm going by character, what I know about Nelly's character versus the culture of the people who locked him up, who made the arrest. I'm riding with Nelly. I'm also riding with Nelly that those 4 ecstasy pills was placed in his pocket. I don't believe he had 4 ecstasy pills. You see how that worked? Some of y'all think just because the police said it is true. But I think just because the police said it, there's a good probability that it's not true. Or at least there's room to believe that it's not true. That's the way I operate. Soon as I hear them say anything, man, I'm suspicious. My antennas go up. Some of y'all antennas go down. Y'all immediately, as soon as y'all hear anything they report, y'all immediately believe their side. Y'all just immediately take their side of the story. I do not. Same thing with news reporters. When they're reporting the news, I'm looking for the angle, man. I'm looking for the BS. I'll be like, how we know that's what happened? Where are the receipts? What's the proof? Kind of like when they make somebody our enemy. You know how America do, the media do in America, when they want to go in and take somebody out, when they want to take out another leader? You know how they just make that person seem like a bad person? They put it out there that this person is a horrible person. And look at how he treats his people. And they just try to make the person seem to be the biggest devil that ever walked the planet. Why would they do that? Especially when ain't nobody else really got a problem with them. They do that so that they can excuse their mistreatment of that person. When they go in there to take them out, nobody will bat an eye. And American people be rocked right to sleep because we believe anything the media say. So we just automatically ride with, unless we're engaged in identity politics. If we're Democrats, we believe anything CNN say. If we're Republicans, we believe anything Fox News says. Funny how that works, huh? I don't believe them, man. I don't believe none of them. I think Nelly was targeted. Just like T.I. When they seen T.I. at the airport in Atlanta, Hartsfield-Jackson Airport in Atlanta, out of all people, they arrested T.I. on false identity in Atlanta. You see how that works, fam? I don't trust him. If you was a betting person, you'd have to say, knowing T.I.'s reputation in Atlanta, knowing that he is damn near the mayor of Atlanta, one of the most recognizable faces in all of Atlanta. You know damn well they didn't mistake his identity. If one person didn't know who he was, you better believe the person sitting next to him knew who he was. If that person didn't know, if that ticket agent didn't know, and that ticket agent didn't know, the security guy who they called knew. Or before they even got to the security guy, the bad guy knew. If they had a shoe shine guy in there, he knew. The security that walked up, they know who T.I. is in Atlanta. They know. T.I. is so popular, he don't have to really be in Atlanta to be recognized. He came to Houston. If that would have happened in Houston, they would have known. So imagine it happened in Atlanta. They know who T.I. is. They arrested that man because they could. They wanted to inconvenience him. They wanted to embarrass him. They wanted to stretch their authority. And that's what they did. That's why they can't be trusted. Some of y'all out there, y'all cops, y'all work in law enforcement, and y'all saying to yourselves, man, but everybody ain't like that. I know that, man. I already know that. I'm not like some people who say all cops are bad. I'm not that dude. You know, I know some good dudes who are cops who work in law enforcement. So I'm not going to ever fix my mouth to say that. But y'all know, like I know, and everybody listening to me right now know that there is a culture in law enforcement, a code of silence, what they call it, the blue wall, the blue silence, whatever they do not tell on each other. If they commit crimes against the citizens, don't say anything. How many times have we seen cops, good cops, intervene when a bad cop was going overboard, trying to beat on somebody and all that kind of stuff, and they intervene, and then the cop that intervened get in trouble. The cop that intervened is made out to be the bad guy. And the dirty cop, he's protected. So just like I'm in the rap game and knowing that there's a certain amount of people that look down on hip hop and look down on rappers and try to group all rappers together. And I have to get out of my feelings when people cross that line or people don't explain themselves thoroughly and make that disclaimer that not all rappers are that way or whatever. I have to be understanding about that. Y'all got to be the same way when it comes to law enforcement. If you already know it ain't about you, the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't fit, man, pass it to somebody else. Y'all signed up to be in law enforcement in America, one of the most rigged and racist and corrupt institutions in America. So yeah, I do believe T.I. was targeted. They knew exactly who he was. And, you know, he didn't have to be arrested. They didn't have to send him to jail. They did it because they could. They found out just like that who he was when he goes to jail. They could have did that check right there at the airport. You want to inconvenience the man for a couple hours? Okay, look, man, you got to sit right here, and we're going to work this out right now. When the man said, I'm T.I., look me up, Google me, they could have easily just Googled the man and said, you know what? Yeah, this ain't you. They could have easily Googled him. They got a picture of the other guy named Clifford Harris. You know, T.I. real name is Clifford Harris. So they got a warrant for a guy out of Baltimore, Maryland called Clifford Harris. The guy is 100 and I think 95 pounds, and T.I. is like 165 pounds. In fact, let me back up. The guy was 205 pounds. T.I. 165. So they got the guy's weight. I'm sure they had an age, probably had a picture and everything. But they arrested T.I. anyway. Why would they do that? Because they was uncivilized mutts. That's why I'm giving Nelly the benefit of doubt. Say what you want. I don't believe Nelly had 4 ecstasy pills on him. And if he did, I will not be surprised if the police put it there. Angela Dad Knack, what up? King Butch. Cherokee Terry, what's up? Greta Lee, Jack. Senta, 223, around the world, David, Organic Thump Pro Recordings, Unite and Unify, St. Louis, that's what's up. What's up, Eric Brown? Eric Brown says simple, he didn't make an appearance on the insurance ticket. Gotcha, man, gotcha. But if I was a cop, I am not arresting somebody who I know got money on a damn insurance ticket. It's a waste of time. I'm going to stop. Look, Nelly. Look, fam, say what you want to say, but I'm going to give him a little grace. I know who he is. Man, that's Nelly. Say, Nelly, man, look here, man. I see, man, you got this insurance thing right here, man. You know, what's up with that? Oh, man, I forget. Look, man, I'm going to let you go and make it, bro. I'm going to let you go and make it, but go take care of that. That's what I do. I'm not arresting Nelly on no damn, because he missed the damn insurance. He got a warrant for insurance. I'm going to let that man go ahead on and take care of that business. Man, look here, go handle that business, man. Go handle that business right now, because next time, it may go the other way. I'm that dude. If I'm working the beat, and I see some dudes I on the corner selling dope, man, I'm not finna get them dudes cases like that. I'm not finna, some of them dudes, man, they be out there, they 15, 16, sometimes 17, 18, a little older, and they just be doing what they saw. And they think that's the only way. And they just be out there, man, just, you know, cutting up. They don't really understand the ramifications of what they're doing. I'm gonna pull up, yo, come here. Look here. If y'all gonna do that, don't do that around here, because you're making me look bad. I can't have y'all out here on this corner selling dope. This my beat. You're making me look bad. Get on up off this corner. Do you understand that if you go to jail, how limited your choices in life are gonna be? Do your mama got money to get you out of jail? Y'all got some money saved up for lawyers and stuff right now? That's when it's going to hit them. Most of them, it'll hit them. At least now they got full information. Now, get on off this corner. Now, if you come back out here, I got to do what I got to do. But I'm going to give them a chance, man. I ain't finna just lock them dudes up, man, and put that jacket on their back like that. They don't really understand what they're doing. Most of them don't even really understand. I know that they be trying to act tough and all that kind of stuff, and it's easy for us who got it right, who already understand what it is, what's going on. It's easy for us to look at what they're doing and look down on what they're doing, and also look down on them. It's easy for us to do that. It's easier for us to forget that, hell, we got in trouble sometimes. We made stupid decisions as youngsters sometimes. We may not have done that, but we did something else. So I'm going to give them some grace. Now, if you make me look bad, I got to get you. I'm going to have to get you. You out here, you on my beat, and you coming through here with trunk loads of bricks, and y'all out on y'all meeting in the parking lot in the projects, popping the trunk and moving. Come on, man. I got to get you. I'm not finna let it go down. Nah, you ain't gonna be able to do me like that, man. You know, y'all ain't gonna be able to do all that shootout. Y'all been saying, man, y'all square up, man. Square up. I let y'all catch a fade, but y'all ain't finna be shooting up the block. I'm gonna shut you down. I'm gonna shut you down. You try to make the neighborhood unsafe for the women and the children, and even the men and the boys who ain't trying to live that life. I'm gonna shut you down. Yeah, I'm shutting you down, man. You riding, you speeding, pump your brakes. Man, I'm the type of dude, I'll let you go by, man, if you pump your brakes when you see me. Now, if you're driving reckless, I got to get you. If you're going 100, I got to get you. If you're doing 135, I got to get you. I got to get you. That's just dang, that's just too reckless. But if you're going 10 miles over the speed limit, man, and I get behind you, you know, or you see me, I'm parked in the cut, and you going 5, 10 miles past the speed limit or something, and you pump the brakes, just show me the little respect. Show me that you recognize you are alert. You was just pushing your luck, but you showing me by pumping your brakes that you see me. You respect my position. You pump your brakes and go on about your business, man. I ain't tripping on that, man. I'm not writing nobody no ticket that's trying to go to the hospital and they got an emergency. I can clearly see that this woman got a big old stomach and they trying to make it to the hospital. I'm going to read them. Obviously, I'm going to read them. But I'm not writing no ticket for people trying to get to the hospital, man, to have a baby. Some of these uncivilized mutts out here do that type of stuff. I'm not doing that. The big stuff, though, the big stuff, I'm going to handle that. My neighborhood going to be safe. The beat that I work on going to be good. We going to have some civilized, respectful people. We going to respect each other. You're going to respect me, but more importantly, you're going to respect the neighbors. You're going to respect the neighborhood. All that uncivilized, that ain't happening. I'm not coming through the neighborhood trying to use my position to try to holler at nobody gal when I'm popping up for a domestic disturbance. Not trying to do all that, man, trying to bully people, man. And people are already going through it. If you live in the hood, you already going through it. What am I going to come out there for and make your life even more miserable? I'm not doing that. I'm going to be the bright spot in your day. They're going to come through. What's up, Officer Dennis? You all right? How them kids doing? You know, that's how they do when you know somebody, when you know somebody's family, when you really know them. Be like, yeah, man, how your mama doing? Yeah, she all right, she good. Yeah, what about your grandma, man? She all right? Her leg all right? Yeah, she good. Okay, cool. All right, man, y'all be good. That's how I'm rocking, man. I'm not gonna be no uncivilized mutt police officer. I see youngsters hanging out at the store. Yo, y'all move around, man. Y'all scaring the hell out these people, man. People scared to come into the store. That man can't even do it. That man can't even run his business right. Y'all standing around scaring everybody, pants hanging off your ass. Move around. Y'all ain't gonna be able to hold up no corners, none of that. Y'all want to stand around, stand in front of each other's house. Find a house to stand in front of, but you ain't gonna be standing in front of these people's business. Hanging out on his corner. Got the old lady scared to go inside. Got little kids scared to go in the store to buy some candy. We ain't having none of that. Not on my watch. LaShawn Bennett said, youngsters don't respect nobody no more like we did. See that? There you go with that broad paintbrush. That's not true. I got youngsters myself. I got friends who got youngsters. I got family members who got youngsters. And the ones that I'm thinking of right now, all of them respect their elders. All of them are respectful. What we're seeing, family, is a concentration of the ones who are disrespectful. See, that's what we keep seeing because that's what go viral. We say that we want the positive stuff, but that's really not what we support. When we see videos of kids doing positive stuff, we really don't share those videos like we share those videos that make us angry. We don't share those videos at the same rate. That's why it looks like that the youngsters are more out of control, and they are overall, compared to our generation, they are more disrespectful overall. But It's a percentage. It's more youngsters who are respectful than are disrespectful. That's been my experience. That's what I see. And I'm not just sitting behind a computer or a phone. I'm out in the community. And this is what I see. Some of them are disrespectful, fam, and they don't respect nothing until you come to them and you know how to communicate with them. You just can't communicate with them like your neighbors used to be able to communicate with you, like the elder people that are strangers who had communicated with you, or even your family members, your aunts and uncles. You can't communicate with a lot of these youngsters today like our elders communicated with us. Our elders could just say whatever they wanted to say with us, and we had to eat it. They could say, but what the hell are you doing? Come here. Come here. You got to come over there. You know what I'm saying? They had the permission to chastise you. They had the permission to punish you, beat you, if you were too far out of line, to correct you, just to correct your behavior, not beat you for the hell of it, but to correct your bad behavior. They had permission from your parents to do that. They had permission from our parents to do that. Well, the parents ain't giving people permission no more. They're not giving the village permission to discipline their children anymore. So you gotta approach these kids in a more respectful way, and you got to be measured in your approach when you talk to them, in your words when you talk to them. You know, you can't just be like, man, y'all get your ass. Nah, bro. The youngs be like, who are you, man? Who are you? Say, man, you better try to talk to them. Some of them, they'll be like, man, they ain't trying to hear nothing. So when you see one that just got a real bad understanding, if you try to talk to them and you can see and you sense right quickly that they have a bad behavior, perhaps the best thing to do would be to back on off and then let them go on about his business, or just let them know. Say, homie, what's your name? Look here, man. The only reason I'm speaking on this is because I love you for real. Boy, you'd be surprised. When you tell them youngsters that you love them, you'd be surprised the reaction you'll get. They'd be like, huh? Because they ain't as bad as you think they are. They ain't as bad as they think they are. They're really hurt. Hurt people hurt people. They're really sad. They're really depressed. They're really in need of a hug. See, that's what the real issue is. They're not getting no love at home. And so some of them have just resolved to just acting out, being the bad guy. Since nobody loved me, I don't love nobody, including myself. So when you approach them, it's all about the approach. When you step to them, it's all about the approach. I was at a middle school graduation a few years back, and I'm sitting right behind a few youngsters, with youngsters in front of me and the back of me, whatever. But this one youngster, this dude, was talking to another girl and a guy, and they think they were like 7th, 8th grade or something, and they just started cussing, just cussing. And I turned to him. I looked at him. I say, what's up, little man? He said, hey, what's up? I say, you know your mama don't let you talk like that. I know your mama don't let you talk like that. He said, oh, my bad. I say, nah. I say, I get it, man. Like I used to cuss when I was your age, but I didn't cuss in front of grown folks. I gave them their respect. And I say, if you keep waking up, one day you're going to be my age and you're going to want that same respect. And the other two was like, the other little youngster was like, yeah, he right. And they was like, The only reason why a lot of the youngsters behave the way that they behave is because there ain't no incentive to change their behavior. The grown folks are scared as hell. They so scared of the youngsters that they won't even step to them when they're out of pocket. They're afraid to say something to them because they think the youngster gonna take it the wrong way. And if they take it the wrong way, they think they're gonna somehow end up in a dangerous situation. And that could happen. But I'm more afraid of what will happen if I don't intervene, if I don't give them the information, if I don't step to them and try to help correct them when they're wrong, try to give them that little guidance, pull a coattail. Because there's been many, many times where people have told me, some youngster, whether that youngster was in my family or outside of my family, whether it's a total stranger, people have told me, that one right there, man, that one right there, he troubled. That one right there, she just, and sometimes, fam, some of them need to be put in a cage. I ain't gonna lie, straight up. Some of them need to be in a cage, man. Oh yeah, man, there's some of them like that, man. They just uncivilized. But most of them, all they need is a hug, some love, like they got to know, the kids don't care until they know you care. You know what I mean? They don't care until they know you care. So once they see that, they're like, okay. Because really, if you think about it, it's a natural human instinct to want to be loved. I don't care how tough you try to act like you are, how hard you are, you've been through everything, because we got some people out there who've been through so much. They think their pain is worse than everybody else's pain. Everybody think their pain is worse than the next person's pain. So they'll be out there like, yeah, you don't know me. You know that, yeah, man, you don't know nothing about me, and da-da-da-da. Maybe I don't, but I know one thing I know about you is you're a human being. And I know human beings wasn't born angry. There ain't no baby ever was born angry. No baby was born racist. No baby was born with implicit bias. No baby was born saying, I don't like those people. I don't like this person. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's why young people, when they're youngsters, early on, little kids, man, you let them loose and you let them loose, leave them to their own devices, and they will integrate and play with each other and not judge. You won't hear name calling, none of that type of stuff. You just hear kids, you just see kids playing and having a good time. It'd be the parents that look up, come grab, and you don't play with them. Don't say anything to them. Don't. And then sometimes to protect your own kid, you got to tell your kid, look, don't mess with them. Don't play with them. You got to give them the get back. Like, you know what, they don't want to, but don't say nothing to them, mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we don't got to be friends with the mother, Ether, what's up? Louise Jones. And here's another thing, fam. We talk about the kids a lot, right? We got a lot of smoke for the youngsters. But where's the smoke for us? Where's the smoke for the generation that came before them? And where is the smoke for the generation that came before that generation? Because really, the generation that came before the generation that produced this Generation Z, they're the ones who first dropped the ball. Each generation drops the ball. It continued to fumble. So I would submit to you that if the generation that came before me had been more proactive about making sure that the people of my generation were good and had all the necessary tools to go forward and be productive, to be respectful and move with honor, then we would have had it. If the generation before us would have taken care of their business, we probably wouldn't have thought that we had to go out into the streets and do certain things and get out of pocket. And as a result, we're in prison, we're dead, other people are raising our kids, the streets are raising our kids. And now the result is they don't have any respect for our generation because our generation didn't put it in the work. Our generation didn't put the work in, and now they mad and pointing at the kids like the kids did it all by themselves. They like to say, well, the kids are lost. Well, if the kids are lost, who lost them? Anytime something gets lost, somebody is responsible for losing it. So who lost it? Who lost the generation? Who misplaced the generation? I submit to you, the generation that came before it. That's who did it. So you want to go in and go in on the youngsters. Every time you go in hard on the youngsters, make sure you have enough smoke for yourself and your peers. The generation that came before them. Make sure. And like I said, the generation that came before me, they don't get no pass, because the generation that came before me was like a working class generation. They were so tired of fighting for civil rights and all that kind of stuff. They just had a mentality of a get money type mentality, just trying to get money, trying to get paid, trying to pay the bills. So they wasn't focused on passing those teachings down to make sure that we don't repeat mistakes that were made in the past. They was just, in fact, a lot of us were latchkey babies. They was gone so much. They was working and all that kind of stuff. We missed a lot of lessons. We missed a lot of those lessons. So when we missed them, it just got even worse. Now we're displaced. The kids over here being raised by grandma and granddaddy can't keep up these little damn kids who you could barely keep up with. I'm not part of that, fam. I'm not with that, just dogging the youngsters. I'm not with that. I'm not with that at all, because somebody dropped the ball. My kids don't disrespect me. My kids don't go out and disrespect other adults, and they don't even disrespect their own peers. They ain't on the internet busting it open and, putting on masks and waving guns and smoking on tookie and all that. They ain't doing none of that. That's because I put the work in. Their mama put the work in. I personally think that it's weak to blame somebody else when your kids don't turn out like you want them to turn out. At the end of the day, man, you got to hold that L if they don't turn out the way you want them to turn out. And sometimes, don't get me wrong, you can do everything in your power to put your kid on the right track. Mom and daddy can do everything in their power. Sometimes you just plant a bad seed. Sometimes you just plant a bad seed. Sometimes. That's a small percentage. For most of us, we are going to be who we were conditioned to be. However you're conditioned to be, that's how you're going to be. In most cases. However you're conditioned, in most cases, that's how you're going to be. If education is stressed in your household, you're not going to bat an eye when your child bring home straight A's. You're not going to trip when your child finish on the honor roll or they graduate high school. You ain't going to trip. When they call your child's name, in most cases, you'll see people that really put the work in do this here. All right, all right, all right. And that's it. That's about the most you're going to get is a, yeah. That's it. Somebody where education is not stressed, in most cases, call that kid name, yeah, Jenna, yeah, my baby, woo, 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 they going crazy. They gonna go crazy. But when you're used to it, when you're playing it, when you put the work in, when you clapping, it ain't that you not as excited as that person doing all that hooping and hollering. It's not that you ain't that excited. It's that you're excited, but your excitement is reserved, it's measured, because you're clapping and you're excited, but at the same time you're thinking, college, next level. Let's go do these walkthroughs, visit these schools. Because you're thinking next level. You're thinking the next level. Okay. Say you didn't want to go to college. You want to start a business. See, I got enough money. Let me see, I got enough money to, I got enough money for him to start this business, loan money. Wait a minute. I don't think I got enough money. I'm going to make a loan. I'm going to give my boy that money so he can start that business. Yeah. Even if I got to sell my car or sell my truck, I'm going to give him that money. That's what that's about, man. That's conditioning. That's conditioning, fam. It's expected. When education is stressed in your household, it's expected. You're expected to make straight A's. Not A's and B's, but A's. That's expected. We're not giving you no money because you made straight A's. That's the least you can do for all that you get out of this situation. You got food, you got clothes, you got shelter. You got everything you need and some of what you want. On top of everything, you got love. Do not have to give you money for you to do the right thing. You're going to get that anyway. You're going to get nice things year round. It doesn't have to be a special occasion for me to give you some money. Doesn't have to give you some money because you made you got some ease in conduct. Well, what happens if somebody don't give you money? What if you go out there and you do something good and you don't get some money for doing something good? Now you mad. Now you going out there, you feeling entitled. I'm supposed to get a round of applause because I bought some food and put the food on the table. Stacy Shepherd, what's up? You known. Imagine, fam, imagine going shopping. You go shopping and the kids say, and you bring the food back and to put the food up and the kids say, thank you. Thank you. That's a little excessive. I mean, I kind of like when kids do say thank you when somebody do something nice for them. But this is, this is more like a household expense. Groceries is a household expense. It's like the kids saying thank you because you paid the rent. You paid the mortgage. You paid the mortgage. Did you pay the mortgage? Thanks, Dad, for paying the mortgage. That would sound a little weird. I'm not saying, fam, that you can't thank your kids can't thank you for doing nice things for them. Buy them a phone or something. You buy them that game console they wanted. You buy them those kicks that they wanted or whatever. That's fine, cool, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. But thank you for the stuff that you're supposed to do. And let's make it clear, fam. A brand clothes, designer clothes is not something you're supposed to do. Designer clothes is a privilege, not a right. Because you can go to Ross or Marshalls or Walmart and buy clothes. Hell, if you want to go further than that, we can go to the Salvation Army like my mama used to do. As long as you're buying clothes and you're putting clothes on their back and shoes on their feet, who's to say they got to have fancy clothes and stuff? That's just something. You just ain't going to be the fancy kid. You just going to be the kid. You're going to have some clean clothes. Your clothes ain't going to be raggedy, but they ain't going to be the name brand stuff some of these other people are wearing. That ain't you. That ain't you right now. We ain't got it like that. We ain't got it like that. And that's a hard pill to swallow. But for right now, we ain't got it like that. So you got to talk to them kids and make sure that they know, don't be going out there doing something stupid trying to get it. Because you will get caught and you will go to jail and you might just get yourself killed. You want to eat at Papa Do's and, you want to go out to eat at Ruth's Chris or whatever popular restaurant is out there. We ain't got it like that, man. It costs $100 a person to eat at them places. We ain't got it like that. You're not eating there. You're going to eat some of this chicken, whatever it is we can afford. You're going to eat some chicken. You're going to eat rice damn near every day. Rice and beans, because rice and beans spread, and it fill you up. Shit, we had chicken 7 days a week in my house. Smothered chicken, fried chicken, baked chicken, grilled chicken. Any kind of way you could think of making chicken, we had it. Yeah, man, like that. That's cool if my mama would have been able to afford something, but we couldn't afford that type of food. Her job was to feed us. Her job was to feed us. They didn't say feed us this food from this expensive restaurant. Just feed us. Make sure we're not going hungry. Anything else is a privilege. I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. We was talking about how as a youngster, we never ate like hamburgers and stuff. Like my mama never bought hamburgers or Anything outside of chicken, like if we ate some food that was from a restaurant, it was always fast food chicken. It was Church's, Popeyes, Church's and Popeyes. It wasn't even Kentucky, because Kentucky was probably about an extra 20 cents a leg or something. We didn't eat that kind of food. If we ate food from a fast food restaurant, it was chicken, or that was it. It was chicken, because chicken spread. You could feed more people with chicken. Hell, first time I had a burger from McDonald's or something like that. I bought it myself. Now, I always had money. When I was 10 years old, I started getting money when I was 10. Yeah, I started getting big money when I was 10 years old. Big money when I was 10. I'm talking at least $20 a week. Now, seriously though, I started cutting grass, right? And I would get, my godfather would give me $15 or $20 to cut grass. And I would cut grass on the weekends, every Saturday. And then during the summer months, I would cut grass, 5, sometimes 6 days a week. And I would make anywhere from $15 to $20 every day. He used to hold out on me. Every now and then he'd give me $25 or $30, but he really worked me. I really should have been able to file some type of something against him, like some child labor laws had to be violated. Had to be some child labor laws violated, because he would come pick me up and drop me off at a house at, like, let's say we might start cutting grass at 8 in the morning, and I wouldn't finish the last house until like dark, till it would get dark. So he would pick me up and take me to the next house. Sometimes we'd have 2 or 3 houses next to each other, and I'd be knocking. So I'm doing all the cutting the grass, and he riding around collecting the checks, and he might go buy some material or something like that, like some mulch, some plants or something like that. But man, that dude, he put a little work in every now and then, but I did the most work, man. I know we made a few hundred every day, but he'd give me like $15, $20, 25 or 30 on a good day. And then he tried to make me put 5 in church, 5 or 10 in church, because he was a Baptist minister. Damn preachers. He tried to give me 5 or 10, make me put 5 or 10 in church. And I couldn't hide, because he always was counting the money. He could count the money because he had one of those old 1920 churches, one of those wooden churches where the floors squeak and there was a hole in the door, and he locked it with a chain. And we had about 5 members. Me, him, his wife, and maybe a member who didn't show up all the time, and then any straggler that would walk through the door. Should be 5 people in the church on Sundays. Yeah, man, he did me wrong, man. Had to be some type of, statute of limitation is up right now, I think. But he did, so I can't get no money out of him right now. But yeah, man. Yeah, that was cold-blooded what he did me. I was just a young ghetto boy, just trying to make it, just trying to earn a living. But I tell you what it did. It taught me a valuable lesson about work and work ethic. And that's why my work ethic is so strong today, because the seed was planted way back. Like, yeah, I put that work in, fam. I ain't never been scared to put no work in. MD, Sandra D, what up? What's up, Ruthie? The man above. Clay Kendall. Tara Wilson, Shaniqua, Stephen Wynn. Yeah, fam, I used to come home with grass around my neck, dirty fingernails, sweating like, ooh, that Texas heat is a different type of heat. That should be like salt and battery right there. That's that salt and battery heat. But it made me feel good because I had my own money. I didn't have to ask anybody for money. So I got used to that early on, not being a beggar. I got used to early on to having my own money. And, that's when they say, God bless the child that has his own. Man, it ain't a better feeling. Whereas I guess there are some better feelings, but you know what I'm saying. It's a very good feeling when you have your own. Then when you work for your own and you ain't got to watch your back, you ain't got to be watching your back, waiting on that knock on the door, trying to, checking to see if the police pulling up on you or somebody coming to get you because you got them. You got to worry about that. Now, you still got to stay alert because uncivilized mutts are running amok and they'll get you, if you're a saint, they'll get you. But if you're out there and you're doing dirty, you're being slick, and you out there hitting them licks and all that kind of stuff, your time coming. Your number gonna get pulled. Believe that. Likely to get pulled sooner than later. Ping 1. Red Man TV. Dirty Red. What's up, Rocky? Ace Mativia. DJ Spin Mo, what's up? I ain't seen you in a minute. DJ Spin Mo. Beverly Ford. Bin Laden's chopper. Just not joining fam, we was talking about Nelly, who was arrested at Hollywood Casino in St. Charles. Nelly, according to the police, had a warrant, an outstanding warrant for no insurance from a previous traffic stop conducted by Maryland Heights Police. Nelly was arrested for the active warrant and he was searched. That's when, according to the police, 4 ecstasy pills were found on his person, according to the Highway Patrol. Nelly was booked for felony drug possession and on a warrant for no vehicle insurance. And I'm going to say it one more time, fam. I'm on Nelly's side. I don't believe it. I think they set him up. I don't think that he really had a warrant. Well, maybe he had a warrant on no insurance, but maybe they made it up some kind of way. And I think there's a good possibility that they probably planted the drugs on him. Now, fam, I wasn't there. I didn't see how it went down, but I'm just going by character and I'm going by culture. Law enforcement got a culture of trying to stick it to the brother, planting dope on brothers. So I believe that it's a good possibility that somebody planted some drugs on Nelly. If Indeed, there was 4 ecstasy pills. I don't believe they belong to Nelly. I believe that there's a good possibility that they were planted. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Donald Davis, what's up? That's my time, fam. Cello 313, what it do? Family, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.